Hi, I'm Clemens from exocad. Let's discover the Duplicate Denture feature together. All you need is a 360-degree scan of your denture and DentalCAD 3.2 or higher. Lean back and watch the reverse engineering. First, by separating all the teeth automatically thanks to the innovative tooth segmentation. And second, by swiftly generating the fitting surface of the relined denture base in no time. Let's start with a quick overview to see the full workflow in action.
We set up the case including one or both dentures and start the design. If you wish to clean or freeform the scandata editor will be at your service. The margins for the upper and lower jaw are automatically detected for you. The automatic tooth segmentation begins identifying each anatomical feature and marking it with a respective number. Once this is done, the individual teeth are segmented and ready for editing, for example, at the denture tooth placement step or freeforming. Thanks to exocad's powerful tools, we have every option here to tweak one of the lateral incisors, for example. Now let's have a look at the denture base, where we define an insertion direction from view and click on Apply for both jaws. The connectors can be configured individually or used as default. Of course, the denture base can also be freeformed. Here, the minimum thickness can be displayed to guarantee stability by adding material. The last step is addressing the tooth pockets, so both parts fit perfectly after being manufactured.
Now a brand new set of dentures is being calculated, and thanks to exocad's AI services, it only took a few minutes to get there. We are excited about this new feature and have included it in our existing full denture model, so you can start right away and experience this innovative, quick and affordable workflow yourself. Now let's dive deeper with a step-by-step guide to help you master each part of this workflow.
We launch DentalDB to either set up a new case or open the dedicated demo sample we've prepared for you. The following settings must be configured. First, select the material that represents your desired workflow. Second, in the Copy Existing Scan Denture section, select Yes. And finally, under Additional Scans, the 360-degree denture scan option appears and is activated. Click OK to continue and select Design to start the DentalCAD. The first step is the 3D Data Editor, which helps you cleaning up your scans right from the start if there's a problem. If you're curious about removing obstacles, closing holes in the mesh, or freeforming your scan data, feel free to check out our wiki page for detailed guidance. Let's continue with the next step. Here, the denture margin is automatically detected. We can adjust details if needed and accept drawing changes. Based on this information, a model is generated, using the detected margin as the mucobuccal fold. For best results, the detected axis can be set from view, but note this affects the angle and direction of the model's edge, not the insertion direction, which will be defined later in the denture base bottom step. We repeat this process with the lower jaw and proceed to the denture tooth segmentation with Next. Now the cloud-based automatic segmentation comes into play. If exocad AI services are enabled, the segmentation starts automatically. Just like that, all teeth are segmented for you. But let's pretend the algorithm didn't get everything quite right. I will simulate that now on tooth 27 by clicking Restart under the Correction tab. Now I can show you that you also have the option to manually select teeth with a single click. Also, you can correct areas using a brush, then apply the changes and proceed with Next. Once the upper jaw is done, the lower jaw segmentation starts automatically too. If the axis deviates significantly from the expected direction, it is worth correcting it as it influences the calculation of the bridge bottom and the tooth pockets later. Now we can benefit from the segmentation by idealizing the placement of 42 by moving and rotating as we know it from any library teeth. We can even optimize the existing occlusion using the freeforming tools. Let's make use of the Show Distances tool to check the spacing between the upper and lower jaw. This way, we can fine-tune and restore contact areas when duplicating heavy used and abraded dentures. We can click Cut All Intersections and move on to the denture base bottom step. Here we need to design the bottom side of the denture base, as you would do for a regular full denture. According to this, we set an insertion axis and click on Apply to create a new base bottom for our denture. Here you can add, remove and smooth material. You will also find the Offset to Scandata option. Here I recommend adding 0.2 mm block out offset by selecting the desired area and clicking on Apply to make room for the papilla incisiva, if you like. With a click on Next, we repeat creating the bottom for the lower jaw and continue with the connector step. By interlocking the teeth, you will make reassembling the final denture a whole lot easier. By default, all connectors have been created using a 2.5 mm square shape by taking the basal distance into account, because the checkbox minimal basal distance is activated. Another option would be to use the existing tooth geometry as a connector geometry to generate a minimal joint tooth shape. By default, this is ignoring the cross-section height and width. But if you like the minimal approach but want a sturdier connection, simply deactivate the checkbox to regain control over the cross-section. Let's continue. Freeforming is all about perfecting the details. Let's refine the transition to the teeth, making the copy even better than the original. Also, we can use the visualized minimum thickness to reinforce thin areas by adding material where needed. Once that is finished, you can adapt denture base to teeth with a click on Next. In this step, the software will trim the teeth basally according to the selected parameters to assure that they can be safely reassembled later. Here you will find another interesting option, which is particularly useful when milling base and teeth, because enabling custom bridge bottoms connects all the teeth according to the milling diameter selected. If applied, the original base of the prosthetic teeth are discarded, and a continuous, customized bridge base with minimal tooth pocket depth is calculated. Activating this option has advantages in terms of fit and stability, and if we deactivate it, we will benefit from a greater degree of interproximal detail. Feel free to define your default connector type in the DentalDB settings if you like. To optimize your individual fitting parameters, please refer to our dedicated wiki page for detailed information of the ideal settings for your manufacturing process. With the denture models already reverse engineered, it is worth noting that they can be printed easily from here using the streamlined and highly automated quick denture model workflow.
Now we have seen how easy reproducing a patient's existing denture is using exocad's highly automated workflow. Whether you're creating an identical copy or enhancing the design with exocad's powerful tools, this exciting feature offers remarkable possibilities. Thank you for watching and see you next time.
If you'd like to learn more, our resellers are always happy to help. And in case you are looking for training from one of our exocad experts, visit our webshop shop.exocad.com, book your personalized online training and choose from a variety of topics, including core basics for all our products, release highlight introductions, module how-tos, Q&A sessions and more. Alternatively, select one of our pre-arranged one-on-one coaching packages, tailored for every experience level, from essentials to masterclass courses. We now also offer classroom training at our Excellence Center in Darmstadt headquarters or in Wakefield, Massachusetts. Classroom training provides a collaborative learning experience at a value-packed price, making top-tier education more accessible than ever. Book your training now at shop.exocad.com.